That was quick. Thank you and good morning, or actually afternoon. To all of you, this is part of my personal publicity campaign to talk about recycling to everybody in the school system. So you are yet one more of many audiences to have that. So what I've got is a short PowerPoint presentation. You're getting the printout. If you don't have one, that's fine. We'll get you another one. I printed out 150. Hopefully we will have that. I got to hold the mic closer in. So anyway, if you have any questions, do let me know. And I apologize if there are problems with the mic. Is that better? Okay. So next, please. So the real question is, there's an old new radio station out called WIFFM. And the question is, what's in it for me? That's what WIFFM stands for. So the question is, who really cares about whether or not we have a recycling program? Well, first of all, you ought to care. This was a photo taken of the Chesapeake Bay, and what you see in there, and it doesn't show up too well on your photograph, that's okay. What it shows is that's all recyclable material, bottles, cans that gathered there and just are sitting. So this is pollution that's going into the Chesapeake Bay. So litter equals pollution equals that kind of problem. And who wants to eat the fish that are living in that environment? So who else cares? Well, the school board cares because we've got a policy, which you're getting a copy of. We have an MS4, which is basically our clean water permit process. Kathy Lynn talks about that. It's positive community relations because people want to see us doing this. And the superintendent has a sustainability committee, and they pay attention to this, trust me. Then the next one is the county, because we have to submit our solid waste reports, which is trash and recycling, to the state of Virginia, which then compiles our recycling ratio. So then the county also manages the waste contract. There's a waste reduction ethic, i.e. don't bring it in. Instead of recycling, don't bring it in. And then we have our MS4 permit. The state cares for the same reason the county cares, okay? And the federal government cares. EPA tells us what to do, when to do, and how to do. So a lot of people care about this, and I think a lot of you all care about it, and I hope you all care about it. So corporate America cares. And you've got Pepsi-Cola and Coca-Cola. And here's the deal. It costs way less to recycle a can. And it's about 15 days from the time the can goes into the recycling to the time the soda goes into the can is recycled. So Coca-Cola and Pepsi, thank you, care very much about this because it reduced their costs. Carpet manufacturers care about this because this carpeting here that you're looking at, that gets pulled out. The fiber is separated from the backing. They recycle the carpeting, the fiber, and the backing. So the carpet manufacturers care about it. Paper manufacturers care about it because people want to buy recyclable product. Chemical makers, clean chemical makers want it because in order to get Green Seal, which I won't go into, they need to have recyclable materials for their packaging. So a lot of people care about it. So we got pollution in streams and rivers. There's the issue of global warming, and that has everything to do with how we recycle. And diminished raw resources. Let's face it, there's only so much oil on the earth, and I think Exxon has now figured this out because now you see them investing in things like solar energy. They want to stay around, make money in the future. So Part of the recycling is a lot about money, and that's why I say follow the money trail. Our recycling and trash collection, we pay for. If somebody, in days past, we actually got money back for it, we don't get any money back for it. We pay for all the recycling, okay? So my next question is, which do you think is more expensive? Picking up the recycling containers or picking up the trash containers? Which is more expensive? Okay, why is trash more expensive? One at a time. Go ahead, you. Shout it out. It's mixing with the recycling. Not quite. Anybody else? Weight? Okay, anybody else? It's heavier. Okay, I'll tell you why. With recycling, they pick up that recycled product, whether it's cardboard or metal or plastic or whatever. They then take that and they sell it. So they're making money on the pickup. Bates Trucking is making money on pickup, and Trucking is making money on selling metal, plastic, glass, aluminum. And by the way, when we were running a war, metal was in high demand. They were making a lot of money. So it's a worldwide selling process. Whereas with trash, we pay for it, but they can't sell it. So that's why recycling costs about half, 50% of the cost of trash. It's because they're making money on it. So 50%. Okay, so what we're going to be doing with this new recycling contract that the county is trying to finalize is they're going to be able to weigh the recyclable material on site at every single school. So they will be able to say the trash dumpster next to transportation, that weighs, we picked up so much trash there. Each of our recycling containers, they'll be able to say how much recycling they picked up, and they'll be able to do that at every single location. So we're going to get really good numbers on how much we're generating truly. Right now, it's more on an estimate kind of thing. Okay, and the other thing is we're going to review sites, so balance it out. This is less of a concern for you, but we are trying to reduce the number of excess pickups at certain sites. Okay, so how good is good? We have been working on what's called the SPQA. Does anybody know what SPQA is? Have you heard your management talking about it? No. Catherine hasn't been talking about it? Yes. Mickey hasn't been talking about it? Shame on them. So here's the deal. This is all about documenting your processes and going through this award process. One of the things that we had to do was discuss our recycling as a major effort and how we're doing things and how we want to do things differently. So, you can see in 2013, 2014, we generated 521 tons of material. And you're saying, well, that's really good, Kerm. And that is good. But the question is, how good is it? Is it okay? Is it great? How does that compare to other people? Well, we did some benchmarking, and Montgomery County Public Schools does about 3 pounds per child per person per month. So that's every single person who works at the school, every single child, student there, and members of the general public. They count that out. We're not quite doing that. Ours is more like twice, half of what they're doing. So we have a benchmark of 7.25 pounds per person per quarter that we want to measure. So when we get this new contract, we will be able to measure that result. And that's total number of students, total number of people working in the building, that kind of thing. Okay, so what I'm asking is, what can you do to help? First of all, use the trash cans rather than throw things on the ground. That way nobody has to pick up your trash, okay? Secondly, put recyclable products in recycling containers. We want to increase our amount there. Again, costs us less. We use that money, excess money, to pay for a whole bunch of other things. Remind your coworkers politely, please pick up your trash. Please put that in recycling. And be part of the recycling team. I want a recycling team for transportation because you know your building best. You know your needs best. And the question is, how can I support you in that process? So I need a team from transportation to look at that issue and how we can do better. Okay, orange is the new black, right? And single stream is the new recycling. So when we get this new contract, instead of separating paper, cardboard, and metal, and plastic, it's all going to one place. And the reason is because when it gets picked up, it goes out to a sorting station. They have all these very cool optical sorters that go through, and they just pull the stuff out. So you don't have to worry about separating whether it's paper or plastic or whatever. For example, they'll run a magnet over everything, pull all the aluminum out. Then they have other sorters that will, air systems that will blow across and blow all the paper off in one direction. It's actually, you can see the YouTube clips. It's very interesting. So this is going to be the new black. So we're going to just put it all the recyclable materials in one location. Okay, so tires, bus parts, batteries, oil, that's all recycled over in the equipment division. So when they take out a transmission from your bus, and I have seen them do this, they will dump that whole thing into the 30 cubic yard dumpster and off it goes to be melted away. Okay? They do the same thing with the tires, with the lead batteries, all of that gets recycled. So then out of, say, individually what you generate in the transportation, we've got paper, plastic trays and covers, foil. I know you like to eat. I know you like to have food service. You know, I always tell people you have the second largest food service operation in the school system. You have these banquets, those big aluminum trays that you put things in. All of that's recyclable. So there's a lot that we could generate. Bottles and cans, pizza boxes, yes, they are recyclable. Cardboard boxes, food containers, spice containers, all of that's recyclable. Okay? And they say, but Kerm, what's recyclable? Better to ask what's not recyclable, because when you look at the list, it's what's not recyclable. You're talking about window glass, lumber products, textiles, styrofoam, plasticware. That's basically what's not recyclable. Rubber bands. But most any paper product is recyclable. Most any metal product is recyclable. You see in the file cabinets out in the big 30 cubic yard dumpster out at the warehouse dump. File cabinets, food service equipment, it all goes in there. So, having said that, any questions? Yes, sir.
Yeah, plasticware. What's the plastic?
Okay, that's plasticware, so that's knives, forks, spoons.
Yeah, but why is that as opposed to a plastic cup?
Okay, that's a good question. I don't exactly have the answer for it. There's a place you can go on the county website and the county runs this as to what is recyclable. All I know is they've told me that this is not a recyclable product for some reason. I'm not sure if it's the quality of the plastic or how it's made or what it is, but plasticware is not. The disposable plastic, nice fork spoons. I would like it to be. Any other questions? Okay, so your homework. I want you to come up with a group of people to be the recycling coordinators of the recycling team for transportation. Okay, I don't need to be that job. You need that job, okay? Because I need everybody contributing to the effort about increasing our recycling, because the state monitors it, the school board monitors it, we're going to be posting results on the school board website. This information is going out to a much wider group of people. All right. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a great day.